Hello everyone, this is episode 13 of the Pillars of Eternity series. Hello, how are you guys? In the last episode, we've explored and completed the Verdant Plains map. And today we are going to move one closer to Defiance Bay, if not get into Defiance Base, because there are a few things we want to do there. One of them is this, to travel to the Temple of Werdika, and the other one is the Fragments of Scattered Fate. We need to take our companion to the Records Archive, which are both in Defiance Way. So we need to do those too. So let's start and work on those. Right. Oh, damn it. Right. There we go. 4 hours to get to the bridge. Onwards. Astrande Miramelis. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Let's see. I'm curious. I love these bits and pieces in this game. They're awesome. So much lore and so much history, so much story in there. Right, reach out for the soul. You see a lavishly decorated room, walls hung with tapestries, ornate oil lamps, creating a warm, relaxing atmosphere. There are several overstuffed couches covered with silk pillows and an elegant table in the middle of the floor. This woman is seated at the table, sitting across from another woman. They are both well dressed, their style befitting the room they are in. The other woman's hair is blonde, in stark contrast to this woman's black, and is swept up on her head in a dramatic style. The women speak in an easy, free tone, obviously familiar with one another. Though they each seem to be comfortable in the other's company, a strange nervousness surrounds the blonde woman's actions. She occasionally betrays herself with a little giggle or stammer, hitching over an easy word as she speaks. Her demeanor swings from friendly to shy and back again with no warning. This woman leans back a little in her chair, stretching lightly. As she finishes her stretch, she gently lays her hand next to the other woman's hand, letting her fingers subtly intertwine. The second woman stops speaking mid-sentence, inhales sharply, and turns red. She does not, however, move her hand. This woman smiles and moves her hand further over the other, holding it. She then stands, moving around the table toward the blonde woman, whose face shows conflicting emotions of terror and lust. She giggles and pulls her hand out from under the other and brings it to her mouth, the red of her face deepening. This woman stops, looking down at her, eyes sparkling. She reaches out and pulls something from the blonde hair, letting it fall around her shoulders. Then she leans over, pushes her lips lightly over the blonde woman's cheek, resting her mouth against her ear. As she whispers, her hand moves lithely down the other woman's body to her waist. The blonde shudders and leans into the hand, eyes closing, cheek pressing against the lips, still whispering at her ear. This woman's hands deftly removes a small bag from the other woman's belt and secretes it under her own cloak at the small of her back. Then she gently kisses the other woman's cheek and stands again. She smiles, the smile never leaving her mouth. Oh my god. She just stole stuff. Wow. Interesting. Let's see this other one. Oh, what's this? Who's this? Commoner. Craddock Bridgman. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. This seems to be the same. So, let's reach out. You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as if it were a toy. This man stands on the deck at the helm of the ship while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go and give each one a task. The men, while still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given their orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel and rushes to the aid of a crewman who is struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertically in one direction and then immediately again in the other direction. Several of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship rocks. After the swell passes, the ship returns to relatively normal orientation. The man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction they are headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaws squared and his upper lip stiffened. He returns to the helm and takes the wheel again. Okay, here's a ship captain. This one's a commoner. Another commoner, okay. Alright, let's cross the bridge. Let's see what trouble we can get into. Commoner? Ooh. Zoran Zinius Kavek. You see a flurry of matted white hair and an incandescent freeze-fire staff before you see the man, cold and wild. He chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into a jumble of villagers screeching their way towards him. Cold flame bends from his nose and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff and a bullet of force glides through the torso of one assailant and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches towards him and quickly falls ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize. A basket of fresh pears. He hums as he eats. Wow. Okay, he's a fire godlike. Yes, he is. Look at him. Look at him, he's a fire godlike. And he kills for apples. Commoner and another commoner. And that's a commoner there. Two commoners speaking, and we are at the gates. Just a car Forgant. Okay, let's talk to him.
How do you do?
What can I do for you? Well, is he? Let's see. You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts under some misguided notion that things are actually better here. That the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. He looks you up and down. No offense. None taken. Okay, what can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time right now, but it sounds like that Dozen's crackpot, Rowan, is stirring up trouble again. He jerks his head at the gate. He'd be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city, liberally flavored with Dozen's propaganda, of course. Okay, so we need to go in and talk to someone else, apparently, because this guy's not too chatty. Anyway, I'm looking for the Temple of Vedica. He scratches his head. Not sure why you'd want to go there, he shrugs. It's in First Fires if you really want to say it. Yes, I do. He grunts, and good luck to you. Alright, can we go anywhere else? No, apparently not. Let's go in. Right. So we need to get in the middle. That's probably where the temple is and the archive is. But let's go to Copperlane, I think. 15 minutes to travel. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we are in Copperlane. Also, while we do all these things, our stronghold stuff is building, and we have gold. That's good. Let's see what happened. Yesterday that happened quite some time ago. So finished in 25 hours, the main keep. And then we can do the West Barbican to get more security. So up this a little bit more actually. So we do that, and then we'll get the Bailey, I guess. Yeah, so let's do that first. 3 days, in 5 days we'll get those done. Right, map. Ooh, loads of stuff to explore. So we can go to the Goose and Fox, which is probably an inn. Then we can go to the marketplace. Then Admeth Den Expedition Hall. Sounds interesting. Furnace House. Okay, that's going to the other bridge. Lumdana's house. I don't know who that person is. Probably a she, but we'll see. Scrivener's dormitory. Okay. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Alright. This is the First Fires, another district. This is down to the Catacombs. And this is the Brackenbury. And we are here. Right. Upwards and onwards, as they say. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. And what else?
Defiance Bay. I miss Adir already.
Okay. That's not stealing, that's good. Protesters and a cat. Let's see what the fuss is all about. Can we talk to this guy? Oh yes, that's Rowan we need to talk to, or not. Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown. He's frowning, yes. Grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. You in town, eh? You've picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacy is no better here. It's the Animancers, migrant scorch'em, and they nest in this city like rats. You mark my words though, us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. Okay, mate. Right, so what are you doing out here besides protesting and looking grim? He gestures at the crowd, which buzzes with angry chatter, trying to get the folk to see reason. We are in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. Alright, and what do you know about animancy? It's the study and manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the pure purview of the gods. The Adirians at least had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. He's a bit prejudiced, isn't he? It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul reading those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Anglican times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinkering with all Anglican artifacts. Okay. I can't even pronounce that word. Hopefully some other character will actually pronounce it for us, and then we can remember how to pronounce it. Connor raises a fist to cough discreetly into his hand. Half-truth. Half-truth, oh. But he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. He shakes his head. Trouble is, the Animancers got no idea what half those artifacts actually do. Not that they will admit it. Interesting. Might be true. Our empathic friend is correct about one thing, at least. Yeah. I guess so. Right, so tell me about the Dozens. Interesting name. He taps his chest. We are an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of animances and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Alright. Just like a militia, the Dozens, except for the training, and the discipline, and the code of honor. I love these companions. His eyes gleam, and we are always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have any interest in hearing more? Stop by Edmeth Den sometime, the expedition hall. Lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for motivated types. Ooh, paid work. Interesting. The other things? Not really. I'd like to more about Defiance Bay as well, while we are at it. This is the capital of the Free Palatinate of Durwood. We started out as the capital of an Adirian colony, but we booted the Flaccid scepter from those lands 150 years ago. Alright. These days we are a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copperlane, where we are right now, First Fires, Ondra's Gift, Brackenbury and Heritage Hill. He ticks each off on a calloused finger. Alright. Since we are in Copperlane, tell me more about it. This here is Copperlane. He taps a scuffed boot on the cobblestones. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the expedition hall directly north of here, where you can join tracks into the wilds. That's also where my fellow Dozens, martyrs, and I tend to meet up with other concerned citizens. He points to a long, dumb building west and north of your position. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me. But they've got the biggest library in Durwood. Alright, so that's probably where we need to take our little friend. Conolath. Eerie, indeed. It might be less so if more kith stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit Mortarion and see just what mysteries are revealed. Why not? Why not? We'll visit it, don't worry. Tell me about Brackenbury. A noise of disgust wrestles in his throat. The nobility that didn't sail back to Edir stayed here, or stayed there. Most of the families there trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Other than a lot of has-been nobility, you've got Hedred House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Brackenbury Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animancy in the city. He spits on the cobblestones. Ooh, disgusting. Tell me about First Fires. That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. Alright. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Valiant Embassy and the Crucible Keep. He shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they are just strutting peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads off their asses. There's an old temple of Wodika there too. We keep it real nice for her. He winks. Okay. Tell me about Ondra's Gift. Got the name because it was a wetland that was drained back in the Imperial days. Now, it's a seat district populated by sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too, if you know where to look. He winks and elbows you. Look for a place called the Salty Mast when you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. Oh, we'll probably be able to get into trouble there. Oh, awesome. And lastly, tell me about Heritage Hill. He shivers. It used to be one of the more prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of the Revolution claim plots up there, next to an ancient Griffin Tower and a city cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attracts richer types these days. Lot of Animancy patrons. He spits again. He glances at the crowd and lowers his voice. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple of months ago. The authorities sealed it off, and they are keeping their mouths shut. But mark my words, Animancy's to blame. Okay. I won't tell anyone. Right, let's get on to other things. Farewell, and thank you for all the information. Weird guy. Right, so let's check out the Goose and Fox, shall we? Right. Oh. Can't I click? Oh, because it was still down. The Goose and Fox. Oh, there's a party inside. Let's go. Let's check it out. Oh, loads of people to read their memories. We'll probably do it at some point. Let's find the barkeep.
Well met, friend.
The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Amua. A handle protrudes from his back, and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pure cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of Derwoodian independence by the travelling scholar named Errol of Levy, or Levi. He wanted a place where kith of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. He rests his elbows on the polished wood of the bar. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dock workers from the Gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Derwoodians have never been known to turn down an argument. He takes a sip from the tiny cup. What happened next? Soon, kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. He waves at the door as if expecting a crowd to bustle in. This place got even more popular with the valiant sailors than the salty mast. And that was the problem. He drains his cup. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Ouch. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thine. And when he disappeared a few days later, some said it was the work of that Thine. It's a Thane? He shrugs, spreading his hands over the bar as he surveys the room. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing. If you ask me, he skipped town. Hid out somewhere, hoping for rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only he could see it now. Alright, interesting. So the owner just skipped town. So, usual stuff. I'll order some refreshments. Okie dokie. I want to put this away. I can't put it away. Why can't I put it away? Could buy I'll buy those two camping supplies. It's always good to buy them. I don't know if I want to buy food and stuff. Yellow lab. What's this? Right click for details. A pet. The small yellow dog seems singularly happy to accompany you, panting merrily as it lobs. Okay. Don't want a dog. We already have a fox. So I'm not sure, guys. Do we want to buy any food? Let me know down below in the comments, and next time we'll buy something. Let's see what we can sell. We don't really need. Maybe the wolf hide. I'll sell all of them. We still need to give him money. Let's sell that and that. Probably I shouldn't sell all the hide, but anyway, let's trade it. Okay. Let's have another look-see around, see if there's anything else. Okay. At some point, we'll come back and read all these stories. It's my, loads of stories to read. And we would be here all day. Okay, what's that? A dragon is outlined in charcoal pencil. The thick jagged lines and the faint smell of sulfur suggests that the artist completed the sketch in a hurry. Cliff Dragon, White March. Okay. And that's probably stealing from there. What's that? A dwarf and an online debate, philosophy on the other side of the curtain. Alright. Anything else? Lots of stuff to explore, Jesus. Oh, these are the closed booths. Merchant. Alright. What's in there? Alright. I'm not going to read these stories. I'll come back at some point and I will read it. We'll read all the stories. Okay, we check this place out. Let's get there. Let's get out. Okay, where else should we go? Let's go to the marketplace. Let's see if anything's open at night. Probably not. Flora. The young woman stands by a cart watching the crowd with large bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you are looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Ooh, and enchantments! Show me your wares. We'll just have a quick look-see. Ring of Wizardry, Toughness, Reflex bonus. Okay, Deflection, Seal of... Oh, nice. And loads of scrolls and whatnot. Okay, we'll probably come and see you next time as well. This guy? No, man. The merchant smiles brightly. Well met, traveler. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journeys? What do you have? He has dragon eggs! Wow, expensive. He has camping supplies. We have... I don't know how many we have. We have 7-ish. Camping supplies. Oh, I can't see it here. We have 6. Ah, that should be fine for now. But he has 5 more, so we can come back here and buy it. Hilda? No. No. Igrin. That's another merchant. Igrin stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look? You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside Sonil's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. So, what's so special about Sonil's? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city, but Venom keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. Okay, we might need to befriend that guy to get nice stuff. Let me see what you have for sale. Oh, he has loads of nice stars. Shatterstar. One-handed warhammer. Blunderbuss. Arquebus. Pistol. Okay. Right. Oh, whoops. Rod, rapier, stiletto, sword, warhammer, wand, Large shield, medium shield, blah blah. Pike's Pride. Interesting. Plate armor. Wow, these are really expensive. Or a basic breastplate for 300. Brigandine. Hide armor, leather armor, mail armor, robe, blah blah. Oh, this looks nice, this winged helm. We have a rope and grappling hook. Pry bar, we probably need that one at some point, but okay, good to know. Right, what else is here? That's it, that's the huge market. Okay, let's check out the expedition hall, and maybe we can pick up a few quests.
The dozens may not like us foreigners much, but they certainly don't mind taking our coin.
Exactly. Mercenaries. People stealing. Let's not do that. So who's this guy? Venom. Let's talk to him. Brandon Lear, a well-groomed man, steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. Okay. Bane the Nimble, one of his companions, eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Lovely. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bane's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Okay, whatever mate, whatever. That's good advice. Here's the rest. 1. The choice bounties are ours. 2. The giant slayers don't share. It's that simple. Okay. A voice bellows across the hall. Enough, Jabberbein. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Venom's right. That coin ain't going to collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin towards the door. See you around, pup. Seriously? Okay. Venom, talk to him.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
Okay. Tell me about the dozens. Oh, it's not moist. Venon's expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We are a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Durwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. At least they remember someone else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. Awesome. Awesome. Your roots? The Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Durwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we are the ones who've protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Vaidvan at Avondver Bridge. Can't even pronounce words, oh my god. Shouldn't be reading this stuff to you guys. Anyway, a lot of folks don't know how Vaidvan wound up on that bridge. And you're going to tell me, right? 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Helget's citadel and faced down a god, held him there until the bomb went off. He thumbs the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We are the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If it's not Vaidvan, it's his damn legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenbury making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing, one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Durwood once, we'll do it again. Venom casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? Well, we are looking for work, and if you are willing to share some coin, that would be awesome.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Alright, thanks. So we are looking for Osric. Daggers mark the locations of various significant ruins. Notes posted around the map list bets on current expeditions. Oh, they are even betting on expeditions. Alright. So is this the guy we need to... Yeah, Osric. Okay, let's stealing too, probably. Let's talk to this guy.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up! If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off!
Awesome. Tell me about the expedition hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds, looking for ruins mostly. If they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapon like this slot in front of me who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Got business with me? Yeah, I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wennon. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Oh, awesome. Although he sizes you up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires against a side look at an adventurer flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence. Okay, what do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Alright, so let's ask the obvious question. Why didn't you just go and ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Okay, so you're stuck up. Okay. Okay, doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true.
Alright.
Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Okay. Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. Exactly. Alright, so what's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Alright, we'll see what we can do.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's Gift, right after being soul-scanned by a cipher in Dunreed Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me.
Having his soul in it, Red?
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Ah, so he might have fake credentials. Okay. Okay, Sagani scratches the back of her neck. If generations of mass extraditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Alright. We'll have a look. Find the heirloom breastplate, and while we are at it, we'll probably have a quick look-see at that.
Well, whatever happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale.
Yeah.
I grew up in Gilded Vale. Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No, you had it right.
Okay, so we'll have a look at that record as well of Penhelm's. Alright, what else can we do? So that's there, we don't want to go there. So that's someone's house. We're not going to go in there for now. Let's have a look at the Hall of Revealed Mysteries, just for kicks, before we wrap up this episode. Which one was that? Who said that? Okay, anyway. Let's talk to Fexa. Welcome to the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Okay.
Good day, stranger.
Oh. Alright, so if I click on her, it won't trigger, but if I move closer, it does. Okay, anyway. The woman barely glances up from the tomes on the table as you approach. You are welcome to browse the stacks, but mind that you keep your voice down. This is still a temple, after all, and Grimda doesn't tolerate disorder. Alright. Tell me about yourself. She throws her broad shoulders back. I'm a scrivener and a devotee of Vale. It's my duty to look after our records and resources. Her chest swells with pride. Anything else? This is a temple? It looks like a library. Her eyes grow wide and round. That's because it is! Vale is the god of mysteries and answers, encryption and decryption, concealment and revelation. She raises her hand to the rows of shelves. Its guidance comes from the understanding of the unknown and the protection of hidden knowledge. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries was built to celebrate that. To think there's such a place in Durwood. Incredible! I'd love a glimpse of the archives. How many secrets must it sit up on these shelves? That didn't really answer my question. She sighs and rolls her eyes. Yes, it is a library of sorts. Temples dedicated to Vale tend to hold vast stores of knowledge. We use that knowledge to unravel and preserve the mysteries of the world. Okay. I think I upset her. Oh well. Who's Grimda? Fexa speaks reverently. Why? She's the Hard Archivist. She's one of the most accomplished scholars alive today. Nothing goes on here without her knowing about it. Almost nothing. Anyway, she scratches behind her ear. Alright, did you do some mischief? You should probably tread lightly around her today. Okay, will do. Farewell. Let's look around. So, it's the stealing. Okay. Everything's stealing. Damn it. Okay, where's this person? She's probably back there. Ooh, keep searching. The obscure leave clues. Okay. Grimda.
Welcome.
It's a tiny little person. An elderly dwarf surveys the stacks. Her skin looks as tough and wrinkled as a walnut. Awesome. Despite her stature, she manages to look down her nose at you. You're welcome to look around, but let the priests and the scriveners continue their search. She shoots the nearest robed figure a withering glare. Wouldn't do to give them any other excuses. Okay. What are they looking for? Maybe I could find it. She sizes you up, stroking her chin. Could you now? She scolds at the robed priest again. You certainly couldn't do worse than this lot anyway. Thieves made off with an ancient roll of Vale. They intend to blaspheme by selling that which should remain hidden, a secret of the 100 Visions. Her wide eyebrows arch over her spectacles. The guards caught one of them, but were overzealous in their interrogation. All they could piece together was something about a farmhouse and the road to Deerford. Okay, I guess we should have a look at that body. Track the thieves down, I don't care what you do with them, but bring back the scroll. Vale rewards the persistent seeker, and so do I. An ancient scroll of Vale? There's a fine prize. I mean, a worthy task. What else do you need? Well, I do have questions about the missing scroll. Oh no. Okay, what do you know about the thieves? Very little, except that they were foolish to believe they could steal from the God of Secrets. That, and they were fleeing to a farmhouse. How should I handle the thieves? However we can. Kill them, rob them, leave them. It makes no difference to me. She waves her hand and smiles grimly. I'll consider it one of Vale's mysteries. Okay, and what's so special about the scroll? Vale is the God of Secrets. If I told you that, I'd cheapen it, wouldn't I? She cackles. It's a parable, the kind that nourishes the inquisitive mind and poisons the foolish. Okay, let's talk about something else. Tell me about yourself. I'm the High Archivist of Hall of Revealed Mysteries. She coughs loudly into her fist. And I'm too old and too busy to be bothered with inane questions. Even just one or two? Okay. I'd like to know more about Vale. Her smile reveals a row of crooked teeth. That's the rub, isn't it? Vale is the god of things hidden and revealed. The more of the 100 visions one sees, the more one has yet to discover. Though we often call Vale he who sees and is not seen, it is neither male nor female. To assign any definitive characteristics to Vale is to miss another essential part of his divinity. Okay. The 100 visions? A term of reverence for Vale's many revelations. Despite the name, they are infinite. Each epiphany leads to yet another enigma. And I thought I was busy. Yeah, well, anyway, farewell. Would be nice if we could talk to the... check that dead body out. Impossibly. This painted eye seems to move whenever you turn your back. Alright. So there are loads of books in here which we can't look at. Can we get back there? Hello. No entry into the archives. Okay. Damn it. Ah, so we want to get into the archives, so we need to do this quest so we can get this bloke his answers.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
Okay guys, we kind of reached the wrapping up point for this episode. And the next one will, well, we have loads of quests to do now. Well, in the next one we'll probably go into the first Fires district and try to find a temple and go in there to get the Laden Key or get more information about it and just look around in Defiance Bay a little bit. And then... oh yes, and we'll do the Crucible Knights quest as well and get that breastplate back and probably have a look at the credentials of this guy. So that's what we are going to do next time. If you enjoyed this video, just hit that like button, just give it a like. Give me... in the comments, let me know what I did wrong, what I missed, what I should do differently, what I didn't do right, what I did right. So you know the drill. Just let me know in the comments what you think about this game, about this episode, about this series. And also, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It's free for you, so it's free to subscribe, and you get a notification every time a new video goes up. And it helps me out a lot. It lets me know that you guys like what I'm doing. So, until next time, bye-bye.